My name's Ernie Knapp. I have a company called JourneyWorks RV Inspection and Services. My wife and I run that together. Her name's Lori. We work mostly in the northern Colorado area, Fort Collins, Longmont, Greeley, Loveland, and that surrounding area. We also go up to Cheyenne, Wyoming, down into the northern Denver area, Wheat Ridge, and so on. We also travel a bit, and several times a year we're up in Washington State visiting family. We do work up there in the Northwest Washington area of Bellingham, Mount Vernon, Burlington, Cedar Woolley, in that area. We also travel to Vista in Southern California on a regular basis, and family there as well. And so we do work in northern San Diego County also. We do mostly RFID inspections. That's kind of our specialty, but we've also done tech work in all these areas that I've mentioned, and just enjoy helping people with their RV issues, helping them be confident in their travels and be able to just enjoy their adventures. Just to be candid here, I've been on site at a dealership doing an inspection, and one of their gentlemen that had one of his roles was to perform PDIs at the dealership has told me, yeah, you guys do way more thorough job than we do because we only have 2 hours to do all of our inspection. So that right there tells you quite a bit. They're very limited on time. They're basically given a certain amount of time to do the inspection, and so they've got to go through and try to get everything done in that amount of time. And if there's any kind of a issue or defect that they find, that takes time to record that, document it, and it doesn't leave as much time for them to go look at other things. For our inspections, typically for a premier level inspection, we're going to spend a minimum of probably 5 hours, as much as 8 hours on one of those inspections. Far more attention to detail, and much more thorough as far as what we're actually looking at. Even on an essentials level inspection, we would never be able to get one completed in 2 hours. There's just too much to look at on the checklist. So yeah, you're getting a much more thorough inspection. Another thing is, of course, you're not, the PDI, you're never going to see the results of that inspection. Whereas with an NRVIA inspection, you're going to get a very thorough report with photos, well documented, and it's really a totally different animal than a PDI that the dealership performs. So yeah, I'd highly recommend getting an inspection. You're going to invest a lot of money in an RV, whether it's new or used, and getting a more thorough inspection is really going to help you be much more confident and allow you to enjoy your RV much more, right off the bat, much more thoroughly. So those are just a few of the items. So just again, reiterate, just more thorough, it's much more detailed. You get a report, and the time invested by the inspector is much more with an NRVIA inspection. First of all, I'd like to say I have never inspected an RV where I have not found a defect. There's always been something, even in the new units. Most common, I would say, in the new units would be something related to attention to detail in the manufacturing process, where there's an issue with the fit and finish, perhaps, or there's another big common one is exterior, mainly the roof, sealant areas, either a gap or a void, sometimes a bubble. that this got missed during the manufacturing process. Other things that we've noticed on new units would be the driver area on a motorhome. Something wrong with either the fan not working correctly, some dashboard function being out of whack. Plumbing leaks, definitely. Plumbing leaks, it would be another big one for the new ones. Moving over to the used units, more to talk about there, but typically they have all of them have something going on the roof with sealant, either a gap, a void, a crack, something going on with the roof sealant. And then plumbing leaks are somewhat common, depending on, we've seen a number of those. We've also seen quite a few issues with slide outs on the used ones. Either the slide out mechanism not working correctly, or a misalignment, or probably the most common is something going on with the sweep seals or the bulb seals. Most common thing with the sweep seals is it's just not getting deployed, so they'll be kind of folded back once the slide out is fully extended, and this course can allow for water intrusion. So that's a very common one what we've seen. We've even seen that on new ones too, actually. So those are some of the bigger ones. I guess the other thing I would say is rust. So on used units, we're almost always going to find some level of rust in the undercarriage, or maybe in the hitch area. And it's just part of the process of towing an RV around that's going to happen. The new units typically are not going to have too much of that, although I have seen that on new units as well, if they've encountered some kind of rough conditions during the delivery process. Anyway, those are the common things we've seen, and again, it's worth getting an RV inspection to find these things before you complete your purchase or delivery. My wife Lori and I, we bought our first RV in 2020, and the reason we did that is we have a family in Vista, which is in Southern California, northern San Diego County, and we had a grandchild that was born in our first grandchild in 2018, and we spent a lot of time going out to Vista, and of course we were still working at that time, and we spent much time in Airbnbs, and so anyway, we decided, hey, let's try doing this with an RV. So we were able to park the RV at our daughter and son-in-law's place, and it just worked out. We got to be next door neighbors with them. That was a great solution. As a matter of fact, we still are doing that now, all these years later. So, so we both retired in the 2020 or 2021 timeframe, and I'm an engineer, electrical engineer. I had a great career doing that, and after I retired, I did some work as a consultant, doing engineering work, and then that kind of dried up, and I after a few months, I felt like, man, I need something to do to keep me engaged and interested. I feel like I have my health. But we travel a lot, and so I wanted to have something that I could be flexible with, and that could move with me when we move. So so yeah, we decided to check into becoming an RV inspector, and did some research about it. Kind of did the whole thing of how many inspectors are there in our area. Is there much demand here for it? And is it something that makes sense? So anyway, we went forward with that, and what I love about it is number one is I really enjoy the RV lifestyle that we're not full timers, but we spend a lot of time in our RV, probably um, just less than half of our time. So yeah, we enjoy that. We want to help others enjoy it. So that's one reason. Another reason is that with my background in engineering, engineering is a detailed profession, detailed work. I felt like being an inspector would be a good fit with just being able to have that attention to detail. And then the flexibility, I guess, was another item. Just wanting to be able to kind of set our own schedule, being able to do work while we're visiting family in other areas was a big one. And it was a new experience. So it was a new learning thing. And I guess the idea is, hey, even though I'm retired and at this phase of my life, I still feel like it's beneficial for me to learn new things. And I've never run my own business before, so I'm learning how to do that, and really, really enjoying it. Um, so yeah, it's been great. I'm hoping to have a number more years of being able to do this and really help people out. So. Thanks for listening to that. Hopefully, that gives you some insight into uh, what I'm all about and what my wife and I are all about with our business. The most rewarding part of what I do as an inspector, that's a really fascinating question to think about. I think that as I ponder that, the most important or most rewarding thing has been just being able to help people to they're excited about purchasing an RV, whether it's their first one or whether they're experienced RVers. It's exciting for them. They're looking forward to using their RV for travel adventures, and the having an issue or a problem is not something that's on their agenda. So for us to be able to find those things that could cause them problems or are issues with whatever RV they're looking at, and then being able to document that and give that to them so that they can make a really informed decision, or they can negotiate further with their the seller, um, and kind of be in a better position once they take delivery of the RV to be able to really enjoy it. And you know, I I think most people who have purchased an RV in the past, myself included, um, we wish that we would have gotten an inspection. I didn't know about inspections whenever I bought our RVs, really. So yeah, it's you kind of pay the price with downtime, with frustrations, and so on. So being able to just help people move beyond that or minimize the experience of that kind of thing is probably the most rewarding part for me. I think the other thing that I just enjoy meeting the people that that our clients, and working with them. It's just been fun for me to meet new people, and I really haven't had any bad experiences there so far. And even the people that we interact with at the dealerships enjoy that process. It's been good. I don't really have any negatives to talk about there. Just the rewards have been really nice. So what's one piece of advice I would give someone who is considering purchasing an RV? The easy one, of course, is to say, well, definitely get an RV inspection. Um, so that's the one piece of advice. But then I got to back that up a little bit. Why? Why would I get an RV inspection? When was the last time you bought a house? Did you get a home inspection when you purchased this house before you closed the deal? Pretty much anybody that's bought a house in the last 30 years, the answer is yes. Well, an RV is a house that moves. It's on wheels. It's got all the same systems as a, a fixed house, actually more. It's got more electrical. It's got two different electrical systems, or maybe three, depending on how you count them. An RV, you're investing a a bit chunk of change, so it's worthwhile to make sure that you've got that taken care of. A couple other things too, just to be aware of. I think for new buyers, especially if you've not had experience with RV dealerships or how RVs are made, you think, oh, it's a dealership. It's just like buying a car or a truck, right? No, it's not quite that way because RVs are not built the way cars and trucks are built. They're built by hand, and because of that, the build process is um, can be more problematic. Can is more susceptible to human error and variation in manufacturing processes. So there's much more brand new defect issue type stuff going on with an RV than there would be with a motor vehicle like a car or a truck. And then the other big issue is dealership backlog. So yes, you're going if you buy a new RV, it's going to come with a really nice warranty, and you can get an extended warranty as well. But that doesn't do you a whole lot of good if it's going to take you 6 months to get the warranty items fixed, and you're wanting to take this dream vacation that you've been planning for the last 2 years. So, yeah, just from my personal experience, I had a warranty issue on my RV that I bought this RV in October of 23. It's now March of 26. The vehicle's been in the shop twice to get this addressed. It has not been addressed adequately. It's been both times it was in the shop, it was for a period of months, not days or weeks. Um, I've got friends who have had their RVs in for warranty work, and it's taken similar types of time periods. It's you're talking months typically to get these items resolved. So, yeah, you want to get that done before you take delivery. And getting an RV inspection is one way to help ensure that you can drive away with minimal defects or getting all the defects that can be found resolved prior to you pulling out of the parking lot. Probably the first thing I do in this area is to just talk to them about what to expect in the report and how the report is structured. So usually what I'll do is um, once I've completed the inspection, I give them a call. Usually it's right when I'm back in my truck and I'm just finished the inspection. Everything's fresh in my mind. So I try to give them a briefing on mainly on the items that I found, any issues that I found. And then what I'll also do at that time is walk through with them a little bit on the structure of the inspection report and what to kind of some of the wording they're going to see in there and what it means, and the format of the report, just so that when they look at it, they're kind of knowing what to expect. And then, of course, I always let them know that if they have any questions, they can follow up with me. And then I try to follow up with them also within a few days. Our website is www.journey-works.net. Our phone number is 720-201-2710. We also have on our website, we have a form that you can fill out if you're interested in thinking about an inspection. Um, just fill out that form. You can also find us on rvhelp.com. Just search in the Loveland area, or our specific town is Johnstown, if you can remember that. But yeah, any town in northern Colorado, we should come up there. Um, so anyway, appreciate your attention and your business. Thank you.